Honestly, can Miami, look into their bag of tricks and try to sneak out a game 2 win? Who knows? Honestly, after a few days, from last game, reflecting and looking back on it, Miami got absolutely dominated. Size, huge factor is, yeah, size, and Nuggets were just able to bully them. We're about an hour away from tip off, as of recording. So my predictions and stuff and how, preview this game is, what kind of magic does the Miami Heat have under their sleeve to try to make this a 1-1 series? Or, is the eventual reality of the Nuggets being able to put 2 on them, headed back to Florida? Is that going to happen? Is that going to be a possibility? Biggest things that stood out that I wrote down for Miami is got to get to the free throw line. They missed way too many open 3-pointers, so they got to make the 3. They were awful shooting from beyond the arc the other day. And then, just because they're not going to shut down Jokic, but shut down Gordon. Gordon was bullying everybody. And there's so many, I watched a video, gosh, I don't remember. It was one of those bigger channels, but the film analysis of how the Nuggets were able to just beat them on size alone. It showed how many times Nuggets in transition, whether it was Jimmy or Bam or Strus, they'd call a switch and Gordon would be left wide open. I think along with hopefully Jimmy Butler bouncing back, I think another key contributor in this game too is going to be Strus. I think he can come out and try to put on 15 plus points. Jimmy Butler, obviously he shows up. He only has 13 points in the last game, and so then for him, I wrote down probably have at least 20 plus, hopefully. Bam, he led the team in scoring last game, and he was single-handedly the reason why we sort of had a shot. And so I think he'll have an off game, and he'll take a backseat a little bit, but he'll still probably average, between 15 to 20 range, and so I'm saying he probably has 22 points. Hopefully, I think he can have a big game. Other key contributing players like Lowry, Robinson, and Highsmith, who made it huge in last game. I think Highsmith's going to play a lot tonight, and he had 18 points. And I think with just the trajectory of how he might get more minutes as these finals go along, depending on how he plays probably tonight, I said hopefully maybe he scores at least 10 plus, maybe 10 to 15 range. Lowry, I definitely think he needs to have another 10 plus point performance, maybe 15. And then Duncan Robinson, he struggled last game. He only had 3 points, and so hopefully he can get to 10 to 10 plus range. So that's what I said hopefully he can do. Jokic, he didn't have a 30 double-double piece the other game, which I'm nervous that this might be the game where he breaks out. And instead of spreading the love, he ends up dropping a 40-piece double-double. I'm nervous that might be what this game is, and so then everybody else's stats from KCP to Murray and all of them are going to have less points. But with the loss and how Miami bounces back, definitely I would say this is going to be probably one of those half times where, or just at least the start of the game, where Miami's going to come out swinging. And if they're successful, I mean, they could go on a, let's say from the opening tip-off, maybe a 22, 23 to 10 run or something like that. The pretty average run. I'm not going to say, they're going to come out and they're going to score 18 points and it's going to be 18 to nothing. No, nothing crazy like that. 66-63. Miami leads at halftime, 66-63. And then for overall, 122-130, Miami takes it in overtime. So there's that unstoppable force versus an immovable object colliding. But a part of me thinks that just because of how Miami lost game 1, I can see it. They find a way to regroup, gather, win game 2, potentially go win game 3, but then Nuggets end up winning game 4. That's kind of the trajectory of how I see this playoffs going so far, where, after game 4, as we head back to Denver for game 5, it's still 2-2, but it's because it went 1-2-1. So we're going to sit on that and let that simmer like a steak for a little bit. Let's check the poll. So checking the poll again, out of 46 votes, that's actually pretty impressive. 54% of you said no. But then 46 said yes, that the Heat could bounce back for game 2. There are a few comments on that. One person said, after watching game 1, one thing the Heat can't do is fall behind early in this series or they will lose. And I actually really agree with that, because if the Heat just so happen to go down 2-0, I'm really nervous that it will be kind of like how Game 3 was with the Lakers, where do or die, if it ended right there that night with another loss and the Heat were down 3-0, just like the Lakers, it's over. Because, oh gosh, I think it was, might have been JJ Redick's podcast or something where he talked about is where's the motivation of the Lakers to go win Game 4, get on a plane and go back to Denver and lose Game 5? Like, where's the motivation in that? And like, I know it's the NBA Finals, but it's like, if you go down 0-3, like, that ain't good. That's not good. Hope so, but if I'm being honest with myself, I think Himmy's getting swept in this series. What an absolute clown for thinking that. No, but yeah, along the lines with kind of those two comments is, yeah, no, tonight I think we'll have a little bit of a say in how games 3 and 4 are going to go in Miami, but we'll just have to see. I have another poll open for who y'all think is going to win tonight. I'll look at that for post game, but yeah, that's who I have. Thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you after the game. Peace.